Let's get serious. Okay, so we are live now. We
Excellent.
have to wait for one or two, three eyes. So someone will catch us. I can get my live on my news feed so that I can publish it and I can see the
Perfect.
comments.
Yay.
Just need to wait, or just we. I think we should go on.
Okay.
Okay, so ladies, I have something very different. We have chosen this topic after so many days, and this was keep going on in my nerves that we should talk about this nowadays. So you know what happens that sometimes when while sitting on a sofa having a cup of coffee, while stuck in a traffic, while just when we are busy in cooking, sometimes there's suddenly our heart races, our breath quickens, and we may feel a pressure in our nerves. Usually this kind of response is generated by our body to in an emergency, or when we find a protection of our body, or when we find a pressure, an uncomfortable feeling. But if this kind of a stress response keeps firing you day after day, so I might feel that you could have to check it on and you could put your life in serious kind of risk. So but there is a solution. There are people who can help us. There are people who are like blessings to us, and I have also choose someone. She is very delightful. She is my friend from Indiana. Her name is Eliza Smith. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. But she is now with me, and we both can discuss the things that we may have find helpful to us. So, hi, Eliza. How are you?
Hi, I'm well. How are you, Rimsha?
I'm fine. I'm good, and I really feel happy to that we are both can talk virtually.
It's so nice. Yes, that we could be in such different parts of the world and connect like this. And plus, this is the first time we're seeing each other face to face, sort of.
Exactly.
We've
Up
just been
till now,
talking,
we were just talking
we've
on
been
text.
typing to each other.
We are just typing, but now from typing, and we just came live, and we are just, and there's a kind of connection I feel when I just saw you, and there's a lot of positive vibes. And now, as we are going, and we are going to talk on this intense topic, which makes someone really depressed. Talking
It
about
can.
stress is also something depressing. But when I see this kind of face and I see this kind of smile, I also feel lovely. Okay, so let me
That's
just
wonderful.
so just tell me something about yourself, about your journey.
Yeah. So I'm a transformational strategy coach, and my specific area of expertise is helping women to reduce stress and anxiety in their lives by putting themselves first without feeling guilty. So
Yeah.
I personally have been through lots of difficulty in my life, in my primary relationships, in just lots of different areas. I've been very ill. I've been medically having trouble. I've been in difficult traumatic situations. And so, one of the things that has been so wonderful about the journey is that every single hard thing that I've been through that has caused me maximum pain, maximum stress, has actually been an integral piece of creating the life that I have now that I really love, and being able to create an amount of self love for myself
That.
through the stress relieving techniques, through taking good care of myself. So, my whole existence now is to pass that on to other women. And it makes me so happy to be here to share it with you and your group.
Exactly, exactly. And what I feel and what I believe that when you are in the process of listening someone, of helping someone, of making someone feel better, or you started coming back into the process of healing from yourself. What we
Absolutely.
are doing it, we are not doing it for others. We are doing it for ourselves.
Absolutely.
So
Passing
yeah,
on
so
the message and receiving the blessing. Absolutely.
Exactly. So my first question is, can you tell me something about that? What is actually this monster, this stress is?
Yes. So it's, we all recognize the feeling. We all kind of can look up and just say, I feel like I'm buried, or I feel like I just want to crawl up in a ball and in a corner somewhere and not be working so hard. But what's stress? That is a stress response. And what causes a stress response is there's a part of the brain that I like to call the survival brain. So
Hmm.
that part of our brain is sort of a primal part of the brain. It
Hmm.
is designed to help us if we need to run from a wild animal, like to
Hmm.
climb a tree and get out of harm's way. And so
Exactly.
it only has it only has an on switch and an off switch. And what happens that is problematic now is that very rarely have I ever found myself running from a wild animal. It doesn't happen,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
our brain will perceive, oh, I'm running late to this appointment.
Hmm.
Then our brain says, we're running from a wild animal. And so it goes into
Exactly.
full gear because we're running late to the appointment. So if you have enough little stressors like that
Hmm.
in a row, especially as women, because we tend to be multitaskers, we are the
Hmm.
mothers, if that's our life. We are the ones
We
who
are
kind
the
of fix things,
Yeah,
you
we are
know.
the homemakers. We have a lot of things to do in
Yes,
a whole day.
many obligations that we didn't necessarily choose. So but that's our job. And of course, and I have a young son at home, and so he, when he needs something, guess who's on? It's me. Even
You.
if in that moment I'm tired, I'm hungry, I need something else. So stress happens to us just because of the nature of being human, being a woman. So that survival brain does not know the difference between my son has interrupted me for the 1047th time and I need to finish my thought. It doesn't know the
Exactly.
difference between
Yeah,
that and there's
yeah,
a bear and I
yeah.
need to run from the bear.
Exactly. Yeah, means you want to say that our central mini tower, which is called hypothalamus, it
Hmm.
needs to connect with those kind of difficulties happening all around us, and we have
Yes.
to just stick firmly, and we have to
Yeah,
just face it off. Yeah.
exactly. So that's what causes the stress. And then, and then you notice it because something's happening in your body or your thoughts are very dark and depressed, or, there are lots of different symptoms that we notice. The
Hmm.
heart racing, short of breath. You and I were talking
Yeah,
about that before.
yeah, you feel
Mhm.
panic, or you just what we are doing, that we women's, I think we are committing too much from ourselves. We are committing and we are taking responsibilities more than our capability. So
Yeah.
that when we are moving this imbalance thing in
Yeah.
our daily life, we are just overcoming. We want to overcoming those hurdles which we couldn't. So then this stress happens. Or
Absolutely.
sometimes it can be happen with some toxic kind of people, that when someone says something unbearable, something painful, this
Yeah.
is something
Well,
really.
especially in the digital world now, because of the pandemic, now everything has gone virtual, and so a lot of people are looking for connection in a digital way. Now this kind of virtual
This
connection is
kind of connection.
fantastic,
Yeah,
building
exactly.
up building each other up mutually, sharing what we can share to help each other reduce our stress and help. And honestly, we've never had a year like this in any of our lifetimes, where the
Exactly.
pandemic has changed things so much
Change.
on top of all of the normal stress. so
Exactly.
so
And
the
it happens in every part of the world, because now we
Mhm.
are talking to the two corners from the world now, but you
Yeah.
are feeling the same, I'm feeling
Yes.
the same. So there must be a thing which has to be discussed among
Yes.
women, among ladies. Yeah.
Yes.
So
Absolutely.
yeah, so exactly the symptoms. What we can say, that what are the main symptoms we have been discussed it a lot of. But did you believe that there are some techniques, there are some solutions which we can do to overcome it, to minimize this kind of depression which has been stuck into our brains? There can be a techniques.
Absolutely. There are so many techniques. And so it's a process to really reduce the stress in your life means several different phases of help for you. So the eventually we will get to, you know, once we take care of the first couple of things, once we calm the symptoms, then we can make different choices for our lives. You know, you can reduce your schedule, you can put yourself first, you can recreate your daily flow so that you're taking care of yourself, putting yourself first. But first, before we ever get to any of that, we actually have to do some physical things to calm the survival brain. And this is the fun part. It can be anything that feels good to you that you would not be able to do while running from a wild animal. It's literally that simple.
Exactly, exactly. Because we all have an wild animal inside us, and it's keep torturing us. It's
And it
keep
tells
telling
you
us,
it's
yeah, it's
bad,
keep
everything's bad.
yeah, it's keep murmuring in our head, and it keeps telling us that don't think positive, just think
Exactly.
negative, and just kill ourselves, just feel guilty all the time. And what are
Yeah.
other things remaining bad, which I should add to our
Yeah, right. I
conversation.
mean, it's shame, you know, because what we internalize from feeling so much stress, we believe that we are supposed to be perfect, which, spoiler alert, perfection is not real. We believe we're
Perfection is
supposed to be
for
perfect.
associated with the God now. Okay, so why do we take a lot of pressure in ourselves to
Yeah.
be a perfect thing?
No. Yeah, so you know, we have that pressure. We also have the pressure to make everyone else happy, which
Happy.
to some extent, if you have kids, yes, they're dependent on you, and so that's that you need to take care of them. But it is not my job to make everyone else around me happy. So there are a lot of reasons that we really kind of believe that we deserve that stress, and it ends up in us feeling shame because I should be able to handle this. And that's
Mm.
really a lie. But you can't even get to those things until you really help calm the body. So the systems that go offline when you
Mm.
are in fight, flight, or freeze mode, if you've ever heard that, that's survival mode: fight, flight, or freeze. And so those three things are the ways that we respond if there's a wild animal chasing. You
Mm.
either fight the animal, you run
Mm.
from the animal, or you freeze and play dead. And so
Mm.
those three responses are probably, each one of us has an individual tendency. You know, I it depends on the situation. For me, I could be all three of those things at different times. So what we want to do is we want to calm that response. The only way to know is to understand the systems that go offline when we're in fight, flight, or freeze. So the respiratory system speeds up, our breathing speeds up, our circulatory system speeds up. Those are the two things you need to run from an animal. You need your heart to be pounding, blood to be going to the muscles, and lots of breath because you're running fast. Okay,
Yeah,
those two
exactly.
systems that speed up. The ones that turn off are your immune system. Your immune system goes offline because you're not going to probably have to fight a disease while you're running this short sprint. Your digestive system goes offline. So either it will try to flush your body from everything that it has in it, or everything will just stop and you won't even be in tune with what's going on with your digestive system. So
Mhm.
there are a lot of different things. And then I don't know if you've ever noticed this, but a lot of times when we get really stressed, we start to knock things over with our hands, like be a little clumsy, or not,
Exactly.
like run into a doorway with your shoulder or something, because you're
Yeah.
not really having body awareness. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
and we are not just controlling ourselves. Sometimes I also feel that when I was in panic, I want to vomit. I just
Yes.
cannot
Yes.
control.
Hmm.
But actually, I'm not sick. Actually, I'm not
Right.
ill. But
Yes.
it's still, I can feel that that something is which is not comfortable. So that
Hmm.
I this is very new to me that this stress hormones are related to our digestive systems also.
Yes.
And
Yep.
something with that is going on with our health, so it is
Yeah.
just triggering with that hormones, with
Hmm.
that stress, with that
With the
panic.
stress. Absolutely. So
This is
yeah,
very new to me.
some people lose their appetite when they get very stressed. You know, some people feel
Exactly.
nauseous. Yeah, all of that stuff. It's all because of that part of the brain,
Right.
that primal survival brain response.
That shitty hypothalamus don't force us or don't make us to eat that yummy burger, that yummy
Exactly.
pizza. What kind of this?
I know, it's a monster, right? So
Yeah.
here's the way to convince the survival brain that we actually because that's the whole thing. If you want to stop feeling the beating heart, if you want to stop feeling the nausea, if you want to stop having the depressing thoughts, you have to be able to show your survival brain that you are not running for your life and that you will take care of yourself and prioritize your needs. So the only way to really convince that survival brain that you're not running for your life, okay, I have 4 breathing techniques for you, because breath, if you're running, you can't slow your breath down. And so if you breathe in a certain way that is much slower and much more calm, the survival brain then has no choice but to release its grip for a minute. And then there's a whole other side to the brain. The left side of the brain is the logical, rational brain. That's the side of the brain that can be involved in solutions. That side of the brain shuts down the minute you go into survival mode. So in order to actually change anything about your life, if you want to reduce the amount of things you're doing, you can't access that part of the brain at all until you calm the survival brain and it releases its hold. So this is what we do. So do you want to do the exercises now, the breathing?
Yeah, I will also try it.
Okay.
Let's do it. Yeah, I'm
Let's
very
do it.
excited to do this.
Yes. So literally
Wait.
anytime.
Let me just tell you that a lot of people are watching you. A lot of ladies are looking at you, and they are also want to do this. So, ladies, just are ready to try it on what me and Eliza is
Yes.
going to try. So
Yes.
we are very excited. So there are a lot
Okay.
of people who are also going to try these activities. So just
Fantastic. We'll all do it
just go
together.
on.
And this is how my classes go too. We do this a lot in my classes because it's really nice to do it with other women, to actually all get together and to be making a stand that I will prioritize and love myself. These breathing exercises can really help with that. And it's fun to do it with other people. So I'm so excited to do it with everyone.
Me too.
So the first kind of breathing. So just know that any time of day, nighttime, daytime, any moment, 3 deep breaths is enough to start the calming process. It doesn't matter what kind of breath you do, as long as it is slow and deep, it will start to calm the process. Now, if you want to get in even more, you can use any of these 4 techniques. So the first one is just a deep breath with a sigh out, with a little bit of a noise. So that vibration, if you say ha as you breathe out, it actually provides a calming influence on the body because of the nervous system receiving the vibrations. So we're just going to breathe in deep 3 times with a ha at the end, okay? So you guys
let's
can
just
join
do
me.
it, because
Let's do it.
just before this session, my kids has just knocked me off, and I just want to.
This is perfect for you. Wonderful. Okay, excellent. Okay, so we're going to breathe in, and if you like, you can close your eyes and tune into what the breath feels like. So we just breathe in and we inhale, and then and then we'll do a second one. Inhale. And then last one. Inhale. So there's just a little bit of a calming thing that happens with the vibration. So you can feel that. So that's one way. If that feels the best out of the 4 techniques today, use that one anytime you're feeling stressed.
Well,
Now,
I still feel really really happy, or there's something like I feel like a bird who is stuck in a cage, but I believe that by doing this technique, we all will feel like we have released now. Our thoughts,
yes,
our
yes,
feelings, our emotions are like released now, isn't it?
yes, absolutely,
Yeah?
absolutely, yes.
Very
So
exciting.
the next one is called, I call it candle breathing, because you breathe in
Okay.
through the nose again, but you blow out like you're blowing out a candle.
Okay. Wait,
And
I
the
just 1 minute. I just lost that live, and I cannot see the those comments. Now I'm getting it. Now I'm getting
oh,
it.
okay, okay.
Okay, so just we are moved on to our next technique, which is
To the
called
second
candle.
breathing, candle
Candle.
breathing.
Nice.
So we breathe in through the nose and we breathe out and blow the candle out. And the reason for this one, the reason that it works slightly differently, and each one of these breathing techniques that we're going to go through operates a little bit differently with how it restricts the oxygen or causes the oxygen to be absorbed a little bit better. And so anything that kind of restricts the oxygen from coming out a little bit is, and we don't want to be harsh about it, but just a gentle restriction of just blowing out like that actually causes a different, So we do this one, we breathe in and then we breathe out. And this one doesn't have the vibration added because we're focusing on getting the air through the lips. Okay. So we can do that together. And you can close your eyes for this too. I love to close my eyes when I breathe. It's just a nice, you can kind of pay attention to how the air feels as it goes in through your nostrils and how it feels as you release it through your lips. So we'll do 3 candle breaths together now. So breathe in through the nose.
1, 2, 3, start.
Yes. And then out like a breathe it like you're blowing out a candle.
Should I blow? How many candles we should have to blow, Eliza?
You blow 1 long, deep candle breath.
Okay, so I have to blow a series of candles, you know? So let's do it again. Let's do it again. It's nice. Okay, I love it.
Okay, ready? Breathe in. Okay. Do that one more time. Breathe in through the nose. And so the key is every time we breathe, we want the out breath to be longer than the in breath. So that's, we exhale in a longer way. Okay, so that's candle breathing. What did you think of that one?
I think by doing this, everyone may feel that we need to blow off that depression away. We need to blow off that keeps burning us inside us, because you know, when we are in the feeling of depression, when we are feeling of stress, there's something burning inside, which is not comfortable, which is igniting our emotions, and that is this anger comes from that emotion, from that ignition which is going on inside us. So by doing that, I think we can blow off all that bad things which is keeping us knock off.
And when you're breathing, you can always imagine, you can visualize breathing love and peace in through the nose and blowing out anything that's ready to go. You know, I had a great breath work teacher. She would talk about release everything that's ready to go in your exhale, or you could release everything that's not serving you. So you can blow that out.
One more thing. When we closed our eyes and when we are taking a deep breath, I think we should memorize all the good things we have, and we should be able to thank God that what are the things we have already, and we should be grateful for it, na? That our breaths, our house, we have family, we have someone to care for, we have someone to have forever eating, and there are lots of things, there are lots of people around us who usually don't say thank you to us, but they are with us, na? There are some human beings which don't have family, which don't have a mother, father, who don't have kids. So these kind of feeling we can think while we are taking our breaths in.
Yes, absolutely. Gratitude is a huge part of stress relief. Now, keep in mind that if in the moment that you're trying to calm the survival brain, it may not come easily to try to think of anything else because that logical part of the brain is shut down. And so if you're not able to think of your gratitude, it's okay. Just take your breaths and then see if you can tune into your gratitude. So the gratitude, the grateful feeling is really powerful in reducing stress. You're exactly right on that one. Absolutely.
Yeah, so I have you actually. So what will be our next technique?
Yeah. Okay, so the next technique I like to call the 4-4-6, because you breathe in for 4 counts and then you hold at the top. So you hold your breath for 4 counts and then you breathe out for 6 counts. And the 6 counts at the end can feel long. So you want to make sure that you breathe a lot in that first 4 counts. Okay. So for this one, if you want to, you can close your eyes. I'm going to keep mine open so that I can kind of direct
Yeah, but
the count.
please keep your eyes open because while I'm doing this technique, I just wanted to look this beautiful girl. So I distract. I cannot close my eyes. So you also please keep your eyes open. I was thinking that
You
oh,
got
she's
it.
looking very beautiful doing the and your feeling and your breath was so let's just please open your eyes.
Thank
That's
you.
unfair.
I will. I will.
Okay. Okay,
Okay, so
this
the
is the
four,
first
four,
time
six
of this is a
breath.
very unique kind of live transmission of we are doing breathing exercise, but you are keeping your eyes closed, and I just want to look your face. So I'm
This is
doing some
getting
cheating
funnier.
in our meditation. So I will not do this if you keep your eyes open. Okay. Hi. I think it's internet is stuck at your end. Hi, Eliza. Let's wait for some moment. She was smiling beautifully, and that internet sucks. Oh, she went away. I think we have to wait for 2 to 3 minutes. So please stay with me. Everyone, stay with me. Let me read the comments till now. Okay, Aisha Siddiqui is watching. Nida Saeed is watching. Shazia Nadeem, Hira Adnan, great info provided in a frank and engaging way. Anna, oh here she is. Thank God.
I'm
Thank
so,
God you have come back. Okay.
I left you. I was trying to figure out. Did it work?
Okay, so let's go on with
Okay, so
our.
I'm sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
Okay, 446. Okay, here we go.
446.
I was just trying to cause everyone a little bit of stress, and now we're going to relieve that stress. Okay. Just
Okay,
kidding.
yeah.
Okay, so Bree, I'm gonna talk you through it. I'm not gonna do the breath so that I can count. So, but I'll count you through it. So we're gonna breathe in,
We can do
two,
this.
say what?
We can do this like
Yeah,
this.
you
One,
can.
two,
You can. Uh-huh.
four.
Yeah. So I'll count the first breath out here. So go ahead and breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4, and exhale nice and long, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that one is a little trickier, and it may not be the first one that comes to mind when you're doing your breathing, but this kind of breathing is very good if you're starting to have a panic attack. So if you can remember the 4-4-6 breathing, if you're starting to really panic, it's a very handy one that will immediately calm the survival response in a slightly more impactful way. So let's do that
Let's
one
do it
again.
again. This is nice.
Yeah, let's do that
I
one
really
again.
feel yeah. Some
Okay,
maths
perfect.
are also involved in this technique, so it's good that
Good.
we are trying to trick our brain so that go and do some maths rather doing
Yes.
that shitty thing than rather thinking some bad stuff in your mind. So let's just do it again.
Okay, we'll do
Okay.
it again. So ready? Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How does that feel?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Good. Okay.
I hope
Okay.
that when next time my kids will blow my mind off and I will keep remembering this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that
Yes.
everything will be okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
the 4-4-6 breathing is very powerful, especially because the numbers, if you're counting, that is another way to help your survival brain know that you want your logical brain to be involved. So the counting is key there too. It really helps. Okay, so this
Yeah.
is the final one that I have time to show you today. And then maybe we can come back another time, and I have other
Yeah.
techniques that I can show
One
you.
more thing I should
Mhm.
have to add. I never thought like that, but when after doing this session and after doing this last exercise, which is 4-4-6, I would like to add an incident. My husband used to say that he loved doing maths. He loved doing maths because
Mm,
it keeps making him stress free. And I
yes.
never get this thing. I thought why a person can make him in trouble by doing maths exercises, but this maths game, or this mental game, these numbers are very effectful in
Yes.
making our mind leading in a right direction.
That's right. That's right. Because it's a logical, rational brain part that is involved with numbers. So if you're counting, so that's another thing you can do is you can count backwards. There are lots of different techniques that are there that will kind of bring the logical brain back online. But the very first thing you have to do is the breathing so that your body will engage a little bit with that. So I
Engage
have
it.
one more technique if you want to show, if we have time real quick, and then
Yeah, really, I would love
okay.
to learn
Okay.
that.
Okay, so this one is called, I just call it the alternate nostril breathing. And so basically what you do is you close one nostril and you
Okay.
breathe in through that nostril that's open, and then close the open one and breathe out through the other side. And then breathe in through the other side, and then breathe out through the first side. So I can walk you through. I'll just say so for me, I don't know if this is my left side. I don't know how it shows up on your screen. So
I,
is this your
I,
right side or left side?
you are making a sinus patient really uncomfortable because my nose and my airway
Is
is
it
blocked.
clogged?
I
Okay, then you shouldn't do this
but,
kind.
but
So
I would
let me
love to do it. I would love to do it.
when you're not
I feel
clogged, yeah.
really pressure while daily when I woke up, and I cannot breathe sometimes because of my this
Mm,
problem. So I
yeah.
may think that this kind of exercise helped me in resolving that issue. So let's do it again.
You can try it, but it might be more stressful if you don't get enough air in through the nostril. So just try it and listen to yourself, listen to your body. So
Mm.
I'm just going to say close one side.
What side you are touching first?
So I'm touching my right side.
Okay, so this is my right.
That's your right? Okay, perfect. All right. So I'm going to have us breathe in through the left side. So we're going to breathe in and then close and breathe out through the right.
Left side.
Yeah. And then
I
we're going to
hope we
breathe
are
in
not
through
going
the
to
right.
put our finger and we look
This is
horrible.
gonna get bad
Let's
really
just
fast.
focus.
So then
Guys,
you breathe
don't
in.
cheating. Don't make me feel funny. Let's do it in a good way.
See, laughter is actually a great stress reliever too. So we're still
Yeah, exactly
stressing.
what I'm going to say, that you are making us laugh and you are releasing my stress already. So just do
Don't
it.
stick it up there. Don't stick it. We're just closing it. Okay. Okay. So then, so then we breathe in through the right side
Okay.
and then out through the left. And then breathe in through the left side and then out through the right. And then let's do another round. So we breathe in through the right. You can
Again?
stop.
Okay.
And
Okay, I
then
will
out
stay.
through the left. You can stop. But for anyone who wants to keep going, we'll do one more this last round. And then breathe in through the left and then out through the right. And again, each one of these breath techniques just does a little something slightly different for the survival brain. You get to choose the one that works well for you. Again, if you have sinus blockage, the nostril breathing may not be as effective, but you might find that you really love the candle breathing or the 4-4-6. So feel free to
No,
take any technique that
everything
works.
else. I will do this also. And let me tell you that for my sinus problem, I used to do this thing while I'm having a steam. So this will help
Aha.
me a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a
Good. Very
connection.
good. That's
I
awesome.
feel
Well,
really
that's all
good.
I have time for today, but I'm so grateful to be on with you and to see your lovely group and to be a part of things with you. This has been amazing.
Yeah, truly, and I want to say it to you that my ladies and my all girls, they are loving you and they are loving this exciting session, and you are actually made us laugh. We have
Good.
to talk about that bad things in our life, but we made everyone so stress free by that
Yeah.
session.
Yes. We did
है ना?
it. We did our job. High five.
High five. I love you. Actually,
I
you
love
have
you
to come
too.
often, and I know you must have something more, and we have to explore your techniques,
I
and we
would
have to
love to.
explore you more. So
I would
promise me
love
that
that.
you will come often at my group.
You got it.
Promise.
You got it. Just let me know when. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for
sure.
having me, Rimsha.
You're welcome. I
Be
love
well,
you.
everyone.
Bye
Be
bye.
well. Bye bye.
Bye bye.